So today I am going to be doing a first impressions of a ton of new goodies by Nyx Cosmetics. So Nyx just turned 1 here in India, so they sent me a whole lot of goodies, all of their new launches here in India. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing I've got here is the NYX Soft Focus Tinted Primer, and this would definitely be the first time I am using a tinted primer. So yeah, if a primer can give you some coverage, then why not? So yeah, I'm just going over my nose, my forehead, on the sides of my nose, and a little bit on my chin. As you can see, it does have some color to it. And I think these also come in different shades, and I got the one in 02. It's called Medium Beige. So yeah, this color is a little bit light for me, but it's kind of sheer, so that's not a big problem. So this primer feels kind of silicone-y in texture. It's not absolutely silicone-y like the Benefit Professional. It's kind of silicone-y but a little bit creamy at the same time, and it blended out so well on my skin. And as you can see, the tint in the primer sort of gives me a little bit of coverage. It's like a my skin but better sort of appearance, and also it has managed to cover up my pores, and my pore areas look very smooth at the moment. On to foundation. I am so excited about this one because I have been dying to try this foundation out for the longest time, because I've seen everyone on Instagram literally take the dropper and just drop the foundation all over their face. So I'm super excited about this one. Just going to shake that a bit. I'm going to be taking the shade number 12. Also, I'm going to be taking this brush by NYX, because these two are supposed to work some magic on your face. So I'm just taking this foundation first, and I'm going to drop that on my face. 1, 2 on my forehead, 2 on my cheeks. And you want to be very careful because this formula is super runny. As you can see, it's very liquidy, and you don't want to drop that over your clothes, so be extra careful. I'm just going to take the brush and buffing the foundation with the brush. And this brush is like super soft. It's not overly densely packed, but I think that this is blending out the foundation really well and very evenly across my face. It has this kind of a angle to it, so that kind of makes it easier to spread the foundation around. As you can see, I've got a medium coverage with 1 layer of the foundation. It feels very light on the skin, like it feels very thin and very light. At the same time, it is giving me a very good amount of coverage. It does not look cakey or anything. It looks very natural. But I just want to test out if this foundation is buildable, if you can layer it on. So I'm going to go ahead and try to add 1 more layer of this foundation to see if I can get fuller coverage looking finish. First, I'm just spreading the product out like that, and then just patting it into the skin and making it look more blended. So guys, this is 2 layers of the foundation on my face. It definitely has given me full coverage. The coverage is super high, but at the same time I feel that it's not looking as natural as it did with the first layer. So if you want a very full coverage foundation, you can totally layer this on. It kind of builds up really well. But if you're looking for that super natural looking finish, then I would highly suggest you to use only 1 layer of the foundation on your skin. Since I didn't have any concealer from NYX, I went ahead and used my regular Maybelline Fit Me Concealer on the center of my face. And then I went ahead and baked my face with the RCMA No Color Powder. And I also set the rest of my face using the same powder. Alright guys, so we are just going to let that bake, and in the meantime I'm going to go ahead and do my eye makeup. And first of all, I'm going to do my brows, and today I'm going to be using these 3-in-1 eyebrow pencils. They come with a twist up pencil sort of thing here on top, and then you've also got the brow powder. Then lastly, here at the bottom you've got the eyebrow gel itself. So it comes in a mascara wand. I'm going to be taking the pencil and I'm going to outline my eyebrows using that. Then if you want, you can also go ahead and use this pencil to draw like gentle hair strokes, and I'm following the natural shape of my eyebrow hair. Next, I'm going to take the powder part of the brow. It comes with this sponge tip applicator, and I'm just going to fill in any gaps in between my brows. So this eyebrow powder kind of takes away the creaminess from the pencil, and it kind of gives a matte look to the brows. Lastly, I'm going to take the brow mascara, which is at the bottom, and this one is quite wet, so I like to remove the excess, and then I just like to sweep it towards the direction of the hair growth. Next, I'm just going to clean up my brows with a brush and some concealer. I kind of have mixed feelings about this eyebrow pencil. I mean, it's an amazing product because you get a pencil, a powder, and a gel together in one product, but it kind of gets pretty messy, especially when you're using the brow mascara. It gets all over the place, so you will have to clean it up with a concealer later. And I also feel like the pencil could have been less creamier. The pencil of this one is actually very creamy, and that kind of makes me feel like the product is going to move around. But it's a good thing that they have powder in this, so you can set the creamy pencil with the powder on top. So moving on to eyeshadows, I've got two eyeshadow palettes with me today. This one right here is called the Lid Lingerie palette, and this one right here is called the Cosmic Metals Eyeshadow palette. First of all, we're going to start off with the Lid Lingerie palette, and just look at that palette, you guys. I mean, it's that perfect warm neutral toned palette, and I absolutely love matte eyeshadows. So the minute I saw this palette, I was in love. So I'm going to take this shadow right here on my big fluffy eyeshadow brush by Sigma and use that as a base for the other eyeshadows. So I'm going to apply that all over my eyelids. This shadow kind of feels slightly chalky in texture, but nevertheless it's blending out pretty well and giving me a lot of coverage. Next, I'm taking this peachy nude eyeshadow color, and as you can see, it's quite powdery. I don't know if you can see the fallout, but it's like all over the pan. I'm going to apply that as a transition shade all over my crease, and just like lightly blending that away. This is a very light color. It's not adding a lot of color to my lids, but it's kind of like giving my lids that warm peachy sort of tone. Next up, I'm going to take this warm brick toned shade right here, and I'm going to kind of concentrate that onto my eyelids to add some more gradient to the previous color. Okay, these eyeshadows are blending in really well, as you can see. So next up, I'm going to take this beautiful dark brown shade. It actually has some beautiful maroon burgundy undertones to it, and I'm just packing that to the outer corners of my crease, and as you can see, that is quite pigmented. And I'm also going to bring that a little bit inside like that. And then with whatever is left in the brush, I'm just going to bring that color into the crease. So as you can see, these colors are also complementing each other really well. So absolutely loving this palette so far. As you can see, I have got a ton of fallout underneath my eyes. Taking my big fluffy fan brush, and I'm just going to sweep the fallouts away. Wow, it was very easy to remove. Moving on, I'm going to use another new launch by NYX, and it is the Lid Lingerie. It's supposed to be a wet liquid eyeshadow. I've got this in the shade Rose Pearl, and as you can see, it's a very beautiful nudish pink shade. I'll be applying this to my eyelids to create that cut crease sort of a look. So I'm just going to apply that to my eyelids. Just creating a subtle cut crease. So the wand gives you a pretty precise application. You can turn it around to create that sharp crease look. Wow, can you see that? The color is so gorgeous. Okay, so it's finally dry, and I think it took quite a long time to dry, like almost a minute or two. Right now, I am absolutely loving how this and this is complementing each other, the colors. but I have to give this one a try as well. This is the NYX Cosmic Metals palette, and it looks like that. It looks really beautiful. Again, I've swatched them all in my arms, and I must say that this shadow right here, the first one and the last one, both of them felt kind of gritty in texture and they had a ton of fallout, whereas the other ones feel super buttery. They feel very soft and they do not have a lot of fallout. Just taking this small flat brush by Sigma, and I'm going to dip that into this peachy metallic shade, and I'm just going to place that over this shadow. Wow, so as you can see, this eyeshadow is quite impressive. It has added so much vibrance to this eyes, and it's also quite pigmented, and as you can see, this one has zero fallout. Next, I'm going to take the same shade I used before on the outer corners of my crease, and I'm just going to try to make this transition between the two shadows more seamless. So I'm just taking some of that color and blending it into this lid color so that it looks very seamless and well blended out. That looks a lot more better. Next, I'm taking some more of this brick toned eyeshadow on my very small blending brush by Sigma, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corners of my lower lash line. I'm just connecting that to the upper lash line. So next, I'm trying out the NYX Double Stacked Mascara, and it comes in two parts. This one is a regular liquid mascara, whereas this one has white fibers in it. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of hacks where people use cotton to coat their lashes before applying their mascara to give it more volume. So I think NYX has taken that idea. So I've got my lashes curled, and now I'm going to take the liquid portion of the mascara and I'm going to apply that to my upper lashes. So next, I'm going to take this fiber portion and apply that before the liquid mascara dries up. So as you can see, it looks like you're applying some cotton to your lashes. I noticed this mascara isn't very good in holding up the curls. I have super straight and droopy lashes, so for me a good mascara means a mascara that can hold up my curls. But this one weighs down my curls, and I just want to see how the fibers work, so I am going to go ahead and give it a shot nevertheless. Okay, so that is what my lashes look like. Other than the jet black color, I don't think this mascara has done much for me. It did not hold up my curls in the first place, and then it's also not very volumizing, because with a fiber product I would expect a lot of volume. As for lengthening, I think it has lengthened my lashes to some extent. So I think the fiber part of this mascara was pretty gimmicky, because it actually didn't do much for my lashes, because I have another fiber product by Divaderm and that is amazing. Like, that really gives me a lot of volume. But I'm just gonna go ahead and give this mascara a try in my bottom lashes. Oh my god, can you see that, guys? Can you see the difference? I actually really like this mascara on my bottom lashes. Like, I haven't applied the fibers, but on its own as well, it did a fantastic job. Like, look at that. It has really lengthened my bottom lashes, and the color is also very nice and jet black. Also, it separated my lashes, which means this mascara does not clump. It does not have any clumping whatsoever. So I think I give it a big thumbs up for my bottom lashes. So I just went ahead and did a winged eyeliner, and I added some falsies as well. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze up my face, and I don't have a NYX contouring product, so I'm just using my regular bronzer with my fan brush. For the blush and highlight, I'm going to be using this new palette by NYX. This one is called Sweet Cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and take this color right here. It's a beautiful peachy toned blush, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. Okay, the blush is pretty pigmented. You just need to use it with a very light hand. For highlighter, I really wanted to try out the NYX Wavy Glow Liquid Highlighter, but normally I only use liquid highlighters when I don't have any powder products on my face, because whenever I set my foundation with powder and then go over with a liquid highlighter, I feel like it kind of lifts up the product and then it starts to look very patchy. So today instead I'm going to be using the first two colors from this palette because they look absolutely stunning. They look very shimmery. So I'm going to give that a go. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to run it on both of these colors. Tap off the excess and then apply that to the high points of my cheeks. It is giving my cheeks the most beautiful shine. Absolutely loving this. It's giving me that really nice, warm, sun-kissed glow. Also, I love the fact that it does not have any sort of chunky glitter or shimmer particles to it. Alright guys, so my natural lighting just decided to fade out on me and it was like completely dark all of a sudden, so I had to bring out my artificial lighting, and this is a ring light that I recently got my hands on, and I think this is the first time I am trying it out, and I have no idea how it looks like because I can only see myself in that very tiny little viewfinder. But do let me know what you guys think of this lighting. Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know in the comments down below. So as you can see, the highlighter is absolutely stunning. I am absolutely in love with the blush palette. Now lastly, moving on to the lips, I have a couple of NYX Lip Lingeries with me. I was so confused which color I should go for, but I finally settled down with this shade right here, and this one is called Seduction, and it looks like a very beautiful dark peachy toned lipstick. And I must say I really like the applicator. It's very thin, flat and long, and it's making the job of applying the lipstick a lot more easier. The formula of this feels very creamy, and at the same time it's very lightweight on the lips, so it's gliding on very easily. The formula is taking a while to dry up. It's still not completely dry, so you may not want to put your lips together. When I just applied it, it felt very creamy and very lightweight. But now that it's drying up, it's giving out that very nice velvety sort of matte look to the lips. It's not very drying because I did not apply any balm or any lip primer before using this, but still the lipstick is faring pretty well. It's not very drying on my lips. I also have received a whole bunch of the NYX Cosmic Metals lip creams. So these are basically metallic lip creams, and the shade that I am going to be using today is called the Galactic Love. It looks like a very beautiful burgundy sort of shade. I actually really like how it looks, but I'm not a huge fan of this color. I should have gone for another color, I think. As for the formula, it's very creamy, and also the finish of this is super shiny and metallic. So I went ahead and changed my lipstick. I used the Kiko 304 lip liner to outline my lips, and then I filled it in with the NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Dusk to Dawn, and it's such a beautiful peachy nude shade. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!